Do we have anybody that is desperate to get married in 2026? Like for you, it's a do or die affair. You must get married this year. Nobody, because we don't do that in this community. There is a difference between desperation and desire. Hello? Desperation is deadly. Desire is healthy. So that desire you have in your heart to nurture your family, to be loved, to love someone, to get married is healthy. It is valid. God has put that desire in your heart. However, there is a thin line between desperation and desire. Desperation is anchored on fear. Desire is anchored on faith. When you are scared, you tend to play into desperation. And that is what the devil thrives upon. You know, someone defined fear as false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. And what is the strategy of the devil? To mismatch children of God. So Tolu is supposed to marry Kolawole, but she gets married to Simon. Folake is supposed to marry Kingsley, but she gets married to Kayode. Can you see that? When there is a mismatch, because there is fear, there is chaos, you are desperate, you play into the strategy of the devil. And what happens? You can't fulfill purpose. I tell my single ladies, when you marry a challenge, you can't face challenges in life, because you are not called to marry, you are called for more. You see, marriage is like 15% of your life, but significant enough to affect the whole 85%. So it will cut through every aspect of your life. You can be doing well, and then, God forbid, you play into desperation because you are fearful. When you have faith, you detach from the timelines. You know, a lady sent me a message. She said, Madam Tolu, I used your prayer journal in December to pray. You know, I have a 30 days prayer journal for single ladies that want to pray for God to order the steps of their husbands to them. So she said, my motives were purified. When I was praying, fear was stripped out of my heart. All those timelines that I attached myself to, oh my God, I must be married before my 30th birthday, I must do this, I must do that. She said, when I was praying, peace came upon me. And I said, this lady, you are telling my story. Because that leads me to number 2. Desperation has flimsy motives. Desire has kingdom motives. Your motive is your motivation. Your motive is your reason for doing something. Hannah wanted a child so bad. Penina will use every opportunity to mock her. Look at you. You cannot give birth. You are barren. Her husband loved her. But she was able to take that desire and attach it to a kingdom motive. If you give me a child, you know, you are attaching your desire to a kingdom motive, because marriage is God's design. It is not human imagination. It is not a creation of culture. That's why it looks like we can't get it right until we do it God's way. There are different kinds of marriages. So what I'm saying is that when you take off the flimsy motives, because I want to tie gilly, I want to be a baby, because I'm already 29, because those reasons are valid. Penina mocking Hannah was enough push, enough motivation for her to attach her motive to kingdom purpose. Sarah, on the other hand, who would inherit our estate, and she said, you know what, let's find a surrogate. Let's get Hagar. Abraham, sleep with Hagar. I feel like Abraham said wanted to do that. Men, when they don't want to do something, they will disagree. But what they want to do, just be looking for you to just say, yeah, do it now. You know, so they found a surrogate in Hagar. And Ishmael came into the picture. When you sell your soul to get it, you will lose your soul to keep it. Did you hear that? When you allow desperation to run the show in your life, deception is inevitable. Do you remember the story of Esau and Jacob? Esau was hungry. Have I gotten to number 3? When there is desperation, you settle for less. But with desire, you steward God's best. Write it in the comment section. I'm a steward of God's best. I'm going to get married to a good man. Write it for yourself. Me, I'm already married. I, Tolu Lope Ode, put your name. I will marry a good man. I will steward God's best. Do you know what it is for God to commit God's best into your hands? Esau was hungry, but he was not dying. We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger. It's your president that said it. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is he not the one? Allegedly. No problem. If I don't need to use allegedly, Sheyi is my guy. I'll just call him. Is that not what Daddy said?
We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger.
So, Desperation makes you settle for less. Oh, look at how Esau just traded off his destiny. I always tell single ladies, you will sit with the consequences of your choices. Don't be desperate. Don't let desperation run the show in your life. And trust me, one of the ways to rid yourself of desperation is through prayers. Remember when I told you I was so down, I was heartbroken, no man, no money, no masters. My boyfriend and I, we are broken up. You know, a lot of events led to that. And I'll say I played into fear. This fear, it can cripple you. Because after you get the cap, the devil will collect your head. Then you'll be holding the cap. I have cap, it's just that I don't have head. False evidence appearing real. Hey, write this in the comment section. I choose peace over pressure. Not just in terms of getting married, there will be other aspects of your life where you will need to choose peace over pressure. You will need to choose peace over chaos. Write it in the comment section. I choose peace over pressure. Did I even say the title of today's message is Desire Over Desperation? My name is Tolu Ode, and I coach single ladies on how to date right and discover identity before marriage. So those desires are valid. Stay on this line. Stay on the line of desire. Choose faith over fear. Choose kingdom motive over flimsy motives. Choose to steward God's best rather than settle for less. And it will be evident in your works. Don't forget, I said one of the ways to deal with desperation is to pray it out. Also, is to let your works justify your faith. If you say yes, you have faith. You know, I have a message on, are you really waiting? Because a lot of people think they are waiting on God for marriage, but there's a posture of people that wait. Your faith must be justified by your works. If all of us are expecting rain, it is me that is carrying buckets that looks like somebody that is expecting rain, right? So if you are preparing to get married, there are some things you should be doing. Your life should be in order, because in marriage, it is iron sharpening iron. You cannot be wood and be expecting to marry iron. If it keeps sharpening you, one day the iron will become dull and the wood will never still become an iron. So God is not going to match you with somebody that is whole if you are broken. Do you understand? So work on yourself, develop yourself mentally, build yourself, build your mind, have a relationship with God. Yes, there is room for development in marriage. However, awareness will give you an advantage. Thank you so much for watching today's Sunday message for single ladies, and I will see you in my next one, Sunday at 1 p.m. God bless you.